What is going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. As always, reminder to like and subscribe this video if you're enjoying our content and want to see more. Very exciting day today for one lucky gentleman of what is inside this box. Our good buddy, soon to be good buddy, Lane from California won the WTA Worldwide Trophy Adventures New Mexico elk hunt that we put on past couple months, and now it is time. Part of that giveaway was a bow build, so now it was time to take out his brand new Phase 4, build it, and then we'll ship it out to him, and then he'll be able to hunt with it this fall in September when we go out to New Mexico. So first up, super exciting part, the bolt that goes on the sight and this free hat. So we'll make sure to keep those in the box when we send them back. And bam, he is, let's see here, we have a Phase 4 in awesome OD green here. I love OD green. I don't know why, I've never really had a bow in it. I guess I had a bow back in VXR year in OD green. And we have a bunch of accessories here that I will dump on the ground, or no, I'll dump them right here. We have a sight. Wow, they got him a sight and got him a rest and no stabilizers, but we can get stabilizers for that. Okay, so Lane, we got to switch out mods for him. It's a 27-inch draw. So that is what we're gonna do first. Swap these out before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Super easy to change out these mods. These are Loctited in a little bit, so you do kind of have to break them free. And then we got out with the old, in with the new. So you can see there is a little bit of a change here for the draw length, so you can see that's longer than this because it needs to hit a little bit sooner. I think those are like 29-inch mods. So we will throw this in now. Okay, so we need to do the bottom mod now. You always want to do both mods. You can't just do one. So we'll do the bottom one now. So same thing on this one. You can see that this D mod is a lot shorter than this G mod. So essentially it just rotates around more, hits the cables sooner, making it a shorter draw length. Okay, got the mod switched over. So what we are going to do now is, I guess we'll run through the stuff that we're gonna put on this. So we have a UltraView 3-pin hunting kit scope that is going to be paired on a Tetra Max Rise Edition. And then in here we have a Q80 rest. So absolutely love the Q80 rests. I think it's the best bang for the buck. And then we also have, to pull this out of my personal stash, we will throw in, I believe this is a 6-inch front stabilizer, so we'll throw that bad boy in too. Okay, I say let's set up the scope and the sight first. Just kind of get that out of the way. Kind of mix up this bow build. We'll do this before the bow. So we got some brand new stuff here. UV3 XL in the 3-pin. Lit up all nice and pretty. We got a hardware kit. And then we will open this up. Upside down. Bunch of instructions, and we got stickers, and somewhere in there there's sight tapes, I think. Maybe it's in here. We got mounting accessories, and then we just have the rail system right here. This one's nice and clean. That's very nice. We also have an extra dial wheel, and where are the sight tapes? No sight tapes? Oh, sight tapes are in here. Okay. So there we go for that. And to mount this bad boy on, it's super easy. Oh, I need a bracket, which is right here. I might need a bracket. You might not need to use a bracket for this. Oh, we will need a bracket because it doesn't come with it. Duh. My bad. Okay. So this is the actual mounting bracket that will mount to the UV3. So we'll kind of run through that right now. Let me grab some Allen wrenches. So it's super simple. Essentially what it's going to do is it's going to mount right there. And what I'm going to do, set this down like that. Now we'll kind of funnel, maybe. Nice. Nice. And we're back live. Okay, let's get this positioning correct. That is going to go like this. This is going to go back like that. So we're going to do this. And just to get it started, I'll just kind of twist it on. Then it's going to sit just like this on the scope. Bada bing, bada boom, just like that. Run this through. And really lock that down in there. So that bad boy ain't going nowhere. And if I had to guess right off the bat, we are not going to need this extra little bracket. I always take them off. So I will send it with Lane in case he needs to get some extra adjustment out of it, but typically you don't. Okay, so we have our Tetra. We do not need this side mount because it is going to be mounted via bridge lock. We are going to slip this bad boy in just like this. What I always like to do is run it just about as low as it can go there, so that when you go down to rack this bad boy all the way down, you have maximum distance right here. So we'll do that. You can obviously run it all the way up. You want your 20 yard to be somewhere up in there, and then you want your longer distances to be all the way down. So we will do that real quick. Actually what we'll do is we'll throw this in the jig, third axis jig, just to get a close rough estimate of this third axis. I guess we can put this stuff back in. 3-pin cartridge. Okay, and we are way off, it appears. So what we're gonna do, is that still, yeah, that's still loose. So just kind of smidge those down. I like to smidge them down just a little bit. See if some tension to work with. And that's close. I'll smidge them down a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty much good. We will double check once we tighten it down. It's always important to double check once you tighten everything down. And that's good. Now we're going to check our third axis, which is spot on. Money bag. So we're going to tighten that down. Hello. Tighten this down. And we got a good start. We'll put it on the draw board and double check that. But we at least have this sight pretty well dialed, and we need this little handy dandy screw. They really make that packaging hard to get out. And hello, you can kind of see it's way off to the left, so I'm just gonna loosen that and bump it over on these little dimple deals. We'll lock that down, and that's gonna be really close. That's gonna be really close. Okay, so we have that. We can put the stabilizer on. Slowly but surely we will get there. And by the end of this, I'm gonna have every single Allen wrench out of this thing. So we'll throw the 2 weights on, it'll be a good start. These little quick weights are so slick. Slip those on, slip that on, and tighten it back down. And there we go. It's already starting to look like a finished bow, but we are far from finished bow. So I'm gonna put this HHA stuff. Actually, I'll put it all in this box right here. Try to stay semi-organized. Okay, and then we will install the rest. Now I didn't learn, I was just like, you know what, it's probably way easier to put this moleskin on this rest before you put it on the bow, and we were 100% correct. So we are going to do that first before putting it on the bow. Sometimes it takes a while to figure something out. There we go, moleskin engaged. Okay, when we get that in the vise, we will put it in there. And, ooh, can never forget the this cool little vibration dampener plug. Put it right in the side there. Okay, so now we are going to put a Be Real grip on this bow. And as always, make sure, wow, that stuff is nasty, this slimy stuff. Gotta make sure you take this all off. Because if you do not, your Be Real grip will be permanently mounted to this said bow. Which is fine if you want it forever. Just leave it on then. Okay, Be Real, wow. Be Real grip is engaged. So now what we gotta do is we gotta come over to the bow press. Okay, got a peep sight. So we are gonna put this peep sight in first. Always good to put your peep sight in first because it separates a string a little bit, and then when you put your D-loop and everything on, it just kind of moves and separates it doing this, and then your D-loop will be in the correct spot. So we are actually going to just put one tie around this because I still need to get Lane's estimated peep sight height. So I'm just gonna do one simple little tie right here. And then once I get his information, he's just gonna text it over. Maybe he'll text it over sooner than later. But then we will just smidge it up or down, and then we'll be good to go there. Okay, that is burned. We're gonna tip our rest up, and oh yeah, he texted back. Oh, he'll get in an hour. Okay. We have our bow T-square. I've been liking using this more and more. It's very simple. It essentially just perpendicular gets a mark for us. We put it right at the tip of the rest right here. So it just sits right in the crevice. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a silver Sharpie. I'm going to mark the direct middle right there. So now we got a good mark right there. And then we're gonna take an arrow, slip it on in, knock it directly in the middle of that Sharpie mark, and then simply we're gonna tie it in. So we'll do a couple knots on the bottom. We'll do, I guess, 3. Do one on top. One on the bottom. Number 2 on top. Number 2 on the bottom. And number 3 on top. And we'll close it out there. We're gonna slip our rest back. We'll cut another piece. And on the top, I just like to do 2 and then 2. I like it just a little bit thicker on the bottom. Just one more knot on the bottom. And as you guys know, if you watch my other boat builds, I like just a little bit of slop in there. So you can see there's just about 1 service thickness of slop in there, which is what you want, because as you draw back, the bow pinches, the bowstring pinches. You want there to be a little bit of room so that the knock doesn't get over pinched. So this will be perfect. And it's always good to click in your knock again, double check the fit, and that is perfect, just a little bit. Now, what we're gonna do is cut ourselves a D-loop. I always like to fluff these prior to tying. Just makes it a little bit easier on this one side. You want this burned piece on the bottom and on the right side, so that when you shoot, especially handheld release, it can have less torque. So we're gonna do this, this, and this, and that. Do something like that. Hello. Then we'll cut right there. And we'll fluff it out. Wow, I'm just dropping. I need like a flat surface right here with rails or magnet. Like if I got a bigger magnet thing right there, that would be fantastic because I drop everything. Okay, use a big dog, really tighten that down. And we have our D-loop. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna put this in the press, or it's already in the press, we're just gonna press it down. We're gonna separate this cable right here. We're gonna slip our rest cord in. That looks good. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it back, get that rest cord settled in there. We're gonna let it down. And then we're gonna do just a simple knot around here. What this is gonna do is gonna cinch it in, make it nice and tight. I like doing this better than just running it through and burning it. Just kind of gives me a better peace of mind. I'm gonna slice that. And we're gonna burn it just like a D-loop. Super, super simple. And I don't mind smashing that knot into there just to get it extra tight. We're just gonna pull it tight a little bit, get it snug, and that should be good to go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in the draw board, and we're gonna check the timing of the rest and timing of the bow. Okay, so we are a little off here. Top sitting there, and bottom is out just a little tiny bit. We need to tighten up, I believe, the top cable. We'll do a twist, or we'll do a half twist. It's quite a bit, we'll do a twist. We'll do one twist in. Just do a quick draw back to get it settled. Settled in there. Sometimes it just takes, honestly, it probably takes a shot to get it fully settled. Gosh, that's a little too much. So we did need only a half a turn, so we're touching there, and there's still a little gap. So, I'll take a half turn back out. Okay, so half a turn back out. Okay, that looks pretty dang good. See the bottom's touching right there. And the top is starting to touch right there. Okay, we're good. We're gonna leave that. Let's, I guess, check the rest. Didn't do that. Okay, so it is fully lifted up right there, which is perfect. Right in that last little bit of draw length. So about the last inch of draw length, you want it fully upward. Oh, let's double check our third axis, or second and third axis, since we're at it. Since we're here at the draw board. So we're gonna get this to full draw. Then we're gonna grab our little Hamskea tool. We're gonna throw it just somewhere on the riser. That's super easy to get level. And then with our hand, all we do is we just kind of bump the Hamskea level on the riser, and then just make sure it checks out with the scope, which it does. Then we're going to tip this down, like a 45-degree angle, imitating if we were like shooting downhill. Check it again, and yeah, it's good. So we're good. Our jig did us well. So now I think we're about ready to shoot through paper. Take this off. That'd be fun. So let's grab an arrow. I'm not sure what arrow Lane is going to be shooting, but this is the correct spine that he should be shooting, a 350 spine. So we will shoot through paper and just see what we get. Okay. What are the chances this is a bowl hole? I would say it's pretty high. It's a pretty easy bow build. Get this sucker drawn back. No, sir, it is not a bullet hole. Wow. We got a right tear out of here. So, just looking at the top hats. Yeah, we can swap that. So we're gonna swap top hats first. I honestly should shoot this again just to double check. And I should maybe shoot it with a different arrow just to also double check. Yeah, pretty good tear out of there. We'll get it fixed up. So let's try, I'm gonna try this arrow, which is also a 350 spine, but just in a rip with different fletchings. I'm just gonna see what's going on. It's always good to try different arrows. I'm not quite sure what arrows Lane is gonna be shooting yet. Okay, so that tightened up a little bit, but still all right. Okay, so we're just gonna get to moving. Move the rest a little bit, see what's going on. So we need to bump it. We need to bump it down to the left, just a smidge. Well, I'll bump it down and then we'll move our top hats a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna swap these top hats. We're gonna just swap the bottom ones because we'll just flip-flop them because they got one skinny one on the one side and a thick one on the other side. So let's grab, I'm actually going to use that rip. It had a little bit better hole. I don't know why, but we'll just start using this guy. Grab the button. Look at that. Gosh, that's close. Okay, so we just need to bump the rest down a little bit more, or up, my bad, no, down a little bit more and we'll be good. Not too far out, we're not quite to that next line yet, so I'm not super worried about having to retie this. It's just a little micro change. I maybe did 6 or 7 clicks so far. Let's try her again. It says pretty dang good. Okay, I'm gonna take a step back just a little bit further. Try to get a little bit more out of this. I believe it was that one. I'm gonna shoot a little bit higher. I'll do that one more time. I don't know if it was the top and the bottom. I think we gotta move our rest a little bit more though, regardless if it was that, which one it was. So I'm just gonna give it like 2 or 3 more clicks. Okay. That looks pretty dang good. A little low left. That could have been me. Let's do one more. Okay, that looks pretty dang good. There we go. I just spun the knock and it might have been a knock tuning thing, but we're good. Of course, Lane will have to shoot this bow himself. It kind of varies on, you know, paper tune, you know, by person, just a little bit of different grip, a little bit of different this, a little bit of different that. But here we go. We have a fully built out phase 4 for our lucky Worldwide Trophy Adventures winner that will be hunting elk in New Mexico with me in September. So that'll be a super fun video. It'll be coming out sometime this fall, hopefully. Hopefully we're successful. Hopefully it's a fun time. And I'm pretty pumped. That was a pretty easy bow build. So thank you all for watching. We will catch you guys in the next one.